Hi there.
I'm Grant Housley.
My name is Sarah Rabus. Keep watching
Prime TV.
Delyork. And action. Action.
Action.
Action.
Still Prime TV, and we're still here on tour of Delyork Film Academy workshop, which is ongoing here in Lagos, Nigeria. That's right, Lagos, Nigeria. It's been a wonderful experience, and right now we're going to talk to the brain behind this, the man who thought it necessary to bring in great minds all the way from New York to enlighten upcoming filmmakers here in Nigeria, Mr. Linus Idahosa. Great to have you here, sir.
Such a pleasure having you here as well.
Delyork Creative Academy, tell us about it.
So the Delyork Creative Academy is an initiative and a vision at the same time. The vision to build the next generation of filmmakers from Nigeria and to create a citadel for the creative industry as far as capacity building is concerned for other African folks who are interested in building their own capacities as well in filmmaking. We intend to ride on the successes of the film industry in Nigeria, which is reckoned to be pretty much the third largest in the world, and to see how we can improve on the quality of our filmmaking and create movies that are commercially viable as well. And so we thought to partner with institutions that we can learn a lot from, and also they can learn from us. We chose the New York Film Academy because of its history for being a hands-on film school. We understand the way filmmaking is done in this part of the world, and we have low-budget movies, and we like to do things in record time. And so we needed an academy that could kind of cope with that style of filmmaking to train most of our aspiring and professional filmmakers.
What are you, a director, producer? What arm of the industry you're involved in?
Okay, first of all, I am a social entrepreneur, and I have other businesses that I'm involved in, but this is where I have a very strong passion for. I understand the industry, understand its workings, and so I would say I'm a producer.
This passion, is it born out of the fact that your wife is one of our lead top actresses in the industry here?
I actually met her doing my job.
Oh yeah.
Yes, there was we had a company coming from the Middle East that wanted to do introduce their brand here in Nigeria, and they needed a brand ambassador, and so we're looking for the right face and the right match to get the job done. They wanted to use Leah Kebede of Leah Kebede from Ethiopia. So for the commercial, and someone mentioned Stephanie, and pretty much that was how it's the brains that create things from behind the scenes and all of that. But it was in the middle of all of that we met. So it's not because she's in the industry. It's a compliment that she's in the industry.
Okay, so you mentioned you wanted an institution that could cope with the fact that we here in Nigeria love to do movies within a short period of time, but that's not the system abroad. I mean, movies we know take like a year or more to make. Yeah, as opposed to what we have here, a week and a couple of days. So how do you relate that? Like, how does New York Film Academy, you know, blend with what we do here?
Well, I mean, for every nation, for every institution, it's the modus operandi for expressing yourself creatively. It's always very different. You know, the fact that they shoot movies in 1 year or 2 years doesn't guarantee that it's going to be a success. First of all, you look at the environment where you're from, and on the basis of that, you start churning out movies like that. I mean, back in the 60s or in the 70s in Hollywood, when movies were made, it would take 3 to 4 years to produce an award-winning movie, and they would spend millions of dollars then. Yeah, but it's also changing now. You have independent films being shot, and the whole story is changing. So for us, I mean, I think filmmaking is pretty much a subsistence kind of game, in the sense that the consumers are here within this space, and you cannot spend hundreds of thousands of dollars when you don't have a solid distribution network yet, a formal distribution network for your movies. I mean, you're going to lose from day one. So you want to create movies that tell the story, but at the same time, you can get your returns from your creative work, you know. And so I don't think we're there yet to start producing all of that. But I think once we have a solid distribution network in country, and we have the right numbers of cinemas across the country, then we can start looking at those kinds of movies. But if you're shooting a movie from here that you want to be internationally viable as well, then you must be ready to put in all the bucks in doing it. Do some collaboration so that the story can have universal appeal. Then you can make some more money from it.
With this sort of initiative, is it possible to make Hollywood kind of movies in like a week, like what we have here?
I think anything is possible. We have youths with incredible talents. All they need is a kind of push for them to mobilize the energies in the right direction, and then you begin to see changes. You know, and so when you say if you can do Hollywood-style movies in a week, it's not impossible. Look at what the guys are doing with the music video industry. These are guys who churn out these music videos in record time. You know, so I think that could also be replicated for the film industry in Nigeria.
My name is Jamal Speaks, and I'm teaching cinematography. We are actually showing new DPs, different ways to shoot, creative ways to make the story come to life with our directors. Cinematography is a great way to tell stories, but also a visual way to tell stories through the heart. So we're here to enhance and accentuate what things are being done, as well as giving outside the box techniques. Here in Nigeria, films are great and the talent is awesome. And so what we're doing is teaching the cinematographers and directors of photography different ways to tell stories. Ways to tell stories where you're able to see where less is more, where you don't need to hear everything, but if you use the camera and the film to see things, when able to grasp a smart audience.
Hi, what's up, Prime TV? This is Sunday Akpan John, cinematography class. It's been a great and wonderful experience being in Delyork Creative Academy. All thanks to Project Art, and our gratitude goes to the federal government of Nigeria for this privilege and opportunity. Now we know cinematography is all about the heart, and the vital and key lessons here for all DPs and future DPs that'll come after us, because we are to bring out the next generations and guide them through rightly. Key communication with your directors, key working relationship with your crew, and team spirit, humility, humility, humility. Less is more.
Hi, my name is Ryan Gibson. I'm here at the Delyork Creative Academy. I'm teaching screenwriting, and we're here trying to change the face of Nigeria, or in the very least, help it to become everything we believe it will be. The reception currently has been incredible. Students have been, passionate, they've been imaginative, they've come ready to learn. We're just loving it. We can't wait to see what we're able to do in the future with hopefully future. How far away from Hollywood do I believe that the Nollywood film industry is? Probably not as far as you might think. I think that right now, you guys are probably in your infancy in so much as you're probably just taking your first steps, really big steps, because you're coming straight out of theater and straight into this world of film and television. So there are going to be some missteps, there are going to be some falls, but that's expected. And even African-American film industry in Hollywood, there were some missteps, there were some falls, and only now are we seeing those strides coming. So I firmly believe within the next 10 to 15 years, we're going to see incredible things. I wouldn't be surprised if one of you guys out there end up getting an Oscar.